Hello, and welcome back to another edition of Black Enterprises Inside the Studio. I'm your host, Jeroslyn Jovan. Today, we're going inside Charmin Ultra Soft's newest toilet paper that's square-free and made to enhance your bathroom experience. To promote the product, they tapped an Emmy-nominated actor, comedian, and television personality who's here to tell us why Charmin is where it's at. Join me in welcoming the one and only Anthony Anderson. Tell me about your partnership with Charmin and their new square-free toilet paper.
Oh, see, you went into that's a Tina Marie. Square, square, square biz. Went to the lady. Talking to the the TV. I'm talking square biz to you, baby. Square, square biz. I'm talking loud. Square biz. Square, square. See, Alan, this is what happens when you get black people together on the Zoom. We don't do nothing we supposed to do, but we gonna grow. Hey, okay. All right. So, well, Charmin has always wanted to make your bathroom experience better, right? And they listen to their consumers because the consumers would call them and be like, I'm having an issue with this square toilet tissue. It don't rip right. It's tearing. It's ripping. So what did Charmin do? They did something that they haven't done in 100 years. They changed the look of their toilet paper. Uh-huh. This is what they did. They re-engineered the square for a smoother tear. You see that? Look, you just pull it apart. Look, you can't do that with a regular thing. And look, they not square no more, Jeroslyn. They're square-ish. They're square-ish. Look at those scalloped edges. Look at it, look at that, look at it, look at that wave. Look at that wave right there. Look at that. You get seasick looking at this. This is what Charmin did for the consumer. They listened to them and they gave them a better product. So that's why I'm here.
That
Right here. You can only get it right here in Ultra Soft, the smooth tear, Charmin, the blue pack.
You know what? There was no one better to get for that campaign. You sold me. So
Thank you.
I also, so over the summer, I got to check out your travel series with Mama Doris.
Yes.
Really cute and wholesome. Really cute and wholesome. Traveling through Europe. What was that like? What was that filming experience like? It has to be way different from anything else you've done.
It was. It was great. Traveling Europe for 6 weeks with my mother. I wouldn't recommend that to anybody. Traveling 6 weeks with their parent, with adjoining hotel rooms, not a good look. Not a good time. Because they're your mama. Your mama, your daddy, they're gonna always bust in because they think they can. It's like, no, mama, you just got a key to have a key. You don't have a key to come in here. But she walk in the middle of the night, what we doing? Well, I was asleep. I don't know what we doing right now. Why are you in your bathrobe in my living room? But we had a great time. And it was to celebrate my mother. And to honor her for the sacrifices that she made for me, wanting to be an artist. This is something that my mother always wanted to do, and it never happened for her. For one reason, she's a horrible actress. It was never going to happen for her. But she knows that. She knows that. And her response is, I gave you the talent. I was like, well, first off, Mama, you didn't have talent to give. I cultivated this on my own. But okay, if you want to take credit for my hard work, okay, so be it. I'll give it to you. But to be in a position to allow my mother to experience something that she's never experienced before, to experience something that she's always wanted, to go to places that she's only dreamt about or looked at books or seen on television shows, that was rewarding for me. Yeah.
Are you going to do it again? And where would you guys go?
Yes, we're going to do it again. And this is my thing. So I traced my DNA, and it was from my maternal side. So my mother comes from the same place. So I traced it, and we're more Cameroonian than anything. But we're also part of the Fulani people and the Bioko people, the Bupi people from the Bioko Islands. What I want to do is take our show to Africa and go through different countries in Africa, ending up in Cameroon at the tribe that we're from, and getting dual citizenship at the
Uh,
end of the. So that's where I would like to take the show, starting up top in Cairo and moving our way down to where we go, and safari, other countries, and just seeing and doing things that we wouldn't normally do.
I
Um, yeah,
I love
that that's
that.
that's where that's where I would like the second season to be.
I'm here for that because that's something we all need to do. I did want to ask, what platform did you use to trace your DNA? Because I've been wondering
I
where
I
I should.
I, I think it was ancestry.com
Okay.
that we
Okay.
used.
And so they were able
That
to
I
give you that
that I
breakup
use.
of the what
Yeah,
parts of West Africa. Okay, good. That's good
yes,
to know. That's good.
yes.
That was a personal question because I need to know.
Okay.
Jerusalem got roots over there, so I need to.
Well, I'm sure you do, Jerusalem. It's gonna be interesting to see what them roots are. Then it's gonna be real interesting to see when them roots are when you had them babies with a German Puerto Rican. Did you say German Puerto Rican?
Yes,
How did that come together?
because we're from New York City. You already know how it is in New York,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
the poppies love the sisters.
yeah,
So
yeah, yes, yes, they do. And the sisters love the poppies.
yes. Okay, wait. So now I was cracking up last month. I was watching you on one of my favorite shows, The Masked Singer, as the rubber ducky. You were
Uh-huh.
so good. You were so good. Just first tell us. Oh, and you sang one of my favorite songs. Come on, Eileen.
Really?
That's like a
Come on,
karaoke.
darling. Hold on, darling. At this moment, you have everything.
You wear
Yeah.
that dress.
Come
So
on,
how fun was that
Eileen.
experience for you? Yeah.
Oh, I'm singing right. Come on, Eileen.
I
To
lean to hooray. Come on. I lean to
that is your
hooray.
song. All right, that was one of my favorite songs growing up too.
Yeah, it's a good
Yeah.
one.
Now, what were you about to say? I'm sorry.
Well, I wanted to know how fun was the experience, and if you had anything to say to Ken Jeong, since he figured you out, which I don't know. I was like, how did he figure him out like that?
Yeah.
If there was a message you have for him.
No, it was a great experience doing the Masked Singer. I had an opportunity to do it years ago, but my schedule didn't allow it. And so this year, when they asked me, I had a break in my schedule, and I did it. I happened to be in South Africa working, and I had that week off. And they were like, "Yo, Masked Singer wants you." I was like, "When?" They were like, "This day, this day." I was like, "Yo, I'm free." So I flew 22 hours, landed in LA, took my suitcase home, got in the car, went straight to the studio, recorded and practiced my song as they built the rubber ducky costume for me to put on and sing in front of a live audience at 6 o'clock that night.
Wow.
So that's the experience that I had, and it was a great experience. And Ken just picked up on the clues. He was just in tune with the clues, and it was crazy to hear what everybody else was saying. Robin
Yeah.
and I forget the ladies. I forget that
Nicole and
Nicole and who thought I was
I forgot her
Jesus.
name. I
I
forgot her.
forget.
Yeah.
And their clues were just all over the place. And then
Yeah.
some of those clues, I was like, really? Why would you think I was her? I'm
Yeah.
obviously a man. Why did you think I was her?
Right.
Um,
Right.
but no, it was fun. It was fun. It was a great experience. And Ken was just right on.
He
Ken was
was.
just right on with it. And so when I was unveiled, the audience went crazy.
So, how are you deciding what you tie your name to these days?
Um, Interesting question. Someone just asked me that. They asked me, why do I tie my name to these things? It's about helping people, and it's about what these causes are for. If we're going to talk about causes and things like that, in terms of projects, just what moves me and what resonates with me. But I have my own family foundation. I've had it for the last 5 or 6 years now. We've raised, a million and a half, now close to $2 million for various charities. Children's Hospital of Los Angeles, the LA Mission, Boys and Girls Club of America. There's an aviation school in Compton, where I'm from, that we support. There's the Compton Equestrian Center that I support. And there are other little mom and pop organizations that I support and donate to, because a $5,000, $10,000 check to them, it might as well be $100,000 check to them, just because of their grassroots organizations and what they mean to the community. And then, I've also lended my name to, causes that personally affect me. I'm a type 2 diabetic. I lost my father to diabetes. My mother's a type 2 diabetic. It's running rampant within our community. So it's about education, educating the community about, the disease. I have an aunt that has mental illness. I have a half brother and sister that have mental illness. And I never really thought about lending myself or being a part of that, because I never really thought of their mental illness as mental illness, and sometimes I would match their insanity with insanity. And I was like, yo, that's insane. I can't try to have a rational and sane conversation with someone where it's not firing on all cylinders. And so Lamar Jackson has a foundation that I partnered with last year and hosted his event on mental illness, and that's when it all came to me. Just about me dealing with it in my family and not even thinking about it, and I was so happy that I was a part of it. And to let people know that it's okay to not be okay. And we need to just share this with people and embrace that, because growing up, we always had that family member that was locked in the basement someplace, or somebody had a family member that was tucked away someplace that barely came outside or whatnot, and they just handled with kids gloves and never really dealt with the issue. But now we're starting to deal with the issue and be more vocal about it, and I love that. And so that's why I'm a part of things like that, and that's why I lend my name, not just my name, but my time, my money, my energy, to organizations like that, because of the greater good that it does, not only for the individuals but for the community itself.
For my last question, I want to know what is bringing you joy these days, and do you have any daily practices that you do for maintaining your peace?
Um, Life is bringing me joy, just the experiences and new experiences that are to come. What brings me peace, normally I would always be on the go. I'd always have to take a trip or do something or play golf. And now I'm learning to sit still. And in the mornings I go out in my backyard to take my shoes off and I ground myself. I'm looking forward to this spiritual journey, this spiritual awakening in me that I'm looking forward to taking. For the longest time, I've always been the protector and of everyone in my life, and made sure that they were okay. Now it's and never making sure that I was okay. It's like, no, I'm good. I'm good. I can suppress this. I'll be all right. But now it's at a point where it's like, no, hold on. I need to take time for myself. I need to make sure that I'm okay. I'm okay so I can continue to make sure that the others in my life are okay. So now I'm just taking time to myself. I'm sitting still. I'm meditating. I'm grounding myself. I'm taking better care of myself. So that's what's going on.
I love it. Namaste